Hi, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Top Cyber Pro podcast. And I'm your founder and CEO of TopCyberPro.com, Jim West. And you're going to recognize this guy from a couple seasons ago. He was our season two opening episode. And I'll have the link to that in the description below if you want to go hit back and go play that video because this is a phenomenal human being here. His name is Erfan Tighzan. And he is just, when we talk about some professionals that are, what I like to use words like all in, like the poker term, when all your chips are in, you live and breathe this kind of the work that you do. You're passionate about it, and it's in your DNA. And if you watch his episode, he shares a story of that pushed him and motivated him to become the person he is within cybersecurity and in threat intelligence and OSINT and so forth. And he's a level 99. He does like people to call him an expert, but he is because he lives and breathes it. It's in his DNA, every molecule of his body. He is all in. And again, he's one of the most humble people that no matter how much I'm going to talk him up and say about him, he's going to be like, "Oh, thank you so much, Jim." But he's just that humble. He has almost zero ego, and that's also what makes him a phenomenal human being. And he's just, man, it's always a pleasure to talk to him. So I'm looking really forward to talking to him. So Erfan, welcome back to the Top Cyber Pro podcast. How have you been?
Well, it has been a pleasure coming back, Jim. Thank you for having me. Well, I'm still alive. Life's going forward, sometimes with and sometimes without me.
So I have to kind of call some attention to it, but I see that it looks like you got some suspenders and a tie on, man. You're looking really spiffy here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just you're always kind and no, it's just, I feel kind of I felt like that I need to be like a little bit more presentable this time.
All right. Well,
But
hey,
at the
you
same
look
time,
you
no
look
one's
super
around.
sharp, man. You look suave. You look sharp. So, but thanks for coming back on the podcast because that episode, man, I think we have over 4,000 views of that episode. And again, thank you so much for being open and raw about your experiences and what you had to go through that propelled you into the field you are now. And cybersecurity is better with you in it. So, thank you for sharing that. We got a lot to cover. So, a lot's happened since we last talked. Are you still working with the CSI Linux team?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
Wonderful. They're so
Testing
fortunate to have you. So can you share a little bit about what's developed since last time we talked? Because I think it's been over a year that we last talked. Can you share a little bit about what's been going on with CSI Linux?
Absolutely. So, Mr. Martin is working on making the case management the thing that we had a bit more polished, a bit better. We're always updating our stuff, and there's nobody out there better than Mr. Martin when it comes to these kind of stuff. So, we've been working on that. Also, we've rebranded our academy to Ecothys.
Oh,
So, excuse me. What that means is, um, we had an idea. We were like, we don't want to just offer the like strict and plain textbook material to people. So what we did, we created this alternative universe for ourselves called the Ecothys, and we filled it with characters and like scenarios. Um, so last time I mentioned that we're going to like build more interactive CTFs,
okay.
and those CTFs will be happening in that Ecothys world. So you're going to be able to like solve cases as we talk. They're out there, and you can go out there and like start solving cases that we have created, and you have to like follow the breadcrumbs, and that breadcrumb will lead you to strange places. And
Okay.
if you know what you're doing, you'll be able to solve it and capture the flag.
Okay.
So lots of
Awesome.
things.
So, I do know that you guys had offered, I don't know if it's still the case on CSI Linux, but I think there was a free, like, introductory to OSINT type of training that's free to take it. And if I recall right, it's a pretty decent introductory training, and it's absolutely free for anyone that wants to go take it. If that's still available, I'd love to, I'll even look for the link and I'll put it in the description below. So, anyone watching right now, if you want to get a nice, good free course on OSINT, I'll have the link in the description below for that. So, besides just the CSI Linux, and folks, if you haven't heard about CSI Linux, I'm going to have their link below as well. Think of it as almost everyone in cybersecurity has heard of Kali Linux. So think of that as like the offensive toolkit. Well, over here at CSI Linux, it's like digital forensics toolkit is probably the best label I can get it. And it's just packed with every tool and from open source type tools to, managing cases from start to finish and doing your investigations. And so it's pretty robust. And so, I mean, I don't know if there's any other tool or suite out there that I would compare to it. I mean, Erfan?
Um, well, in CSI Linux, the only part that I can talk about is CSI, obviously. There are a lot of tools out there. But in CSI, we're trying to like make things a little bit easier because when you're like actually solving a case or in between something, you need all that to be just under the tip of your fingers. And that's what we're trying to do there.
Yeah.
So I can't say that we're uh, necessarily the best, but we are trying to be the best out
Okay.
there.
So I'm just going
Uh,
to put this out on this video now. So if the founder of CSI Linux was to watch this, I would love to have the founder on, and if he wants to have an engineer or two or any of his folks on with that podcast episode, I would love to have a full demo showing us several examples of cases and workflows, etc. I would love to be able to have that on a future podcast episode. So there's my open invite for the founder of CSI Linux. Um, what else have you been working on in the cyberspace and in the OSINT and threat intelligence, etc. space?
well, in the past year, me and Mr. Martin, we published a book together.
Okay,
It's called the Grand
congratulations.
Manifesto. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's called the Grand Manifesto of OSINT.
Grand Manifesto of OSINT. And for those watching, if you're hearing this term for this first time, it's open source intelligence. So OSINT, OSINT. So it's called the Grand Manifesto of OSINT, and it's available where? So let's start with, before we get into digging into what this book's about, people can get it from Amazon. They can Google it. I mean, it's a pretty unique name for a book, Grand Manifesto of OSINT. And I keep saying it so that people, all right, Grand Manifesto of OSINT. I like it. What
Thank you.
let's start with, what's the why about for this book to exist?
Oh, that's a really good question. So if you do a little bit of search right now on Google, you're going to find like billions and billions of textbooks regarding OSINT out there. But personally, growing up, I had a problem reading those books because they were just plain text or codes, or they didn't have any soul to
Very
them. And
dry, boring. Yeah.
exactly. Uh, but that wasn't the way that I was looking at like cybersecurity or red teaming. It wasn't that. For me, it was a tool for survival, and I fell in love with it and became part of my identity. And uh, I find it fun. I find it intriguing. I find it, oh, the time that you spend on it, it's worth it. And when I saw those plain textbooks, I thought to myself that these two are not related to each other. We have to like build something better. We have to build something
Okay.
that talks about everything, but at the same time, it doesn't bore people out to death. Uh,
Yes.
that's what we aimed, basically.
Okay. So take me through like at a high level, because I mean obviously we want people to buy the book because you're going to learn some. This man is a genius, and if he collaborated with another genius, they have put together, I'm sure, an exciting, exhilarating read. But can you give us kind of like a high level synopsis about what people can expect when they buy this book and start going through
Absolutely. So, first of all, Mr. Martin is a genius. I'm just happy to be around.
it?
Regarding the series, uh,
Oh, you just said series, so this is just the first of many.
yes. The series is called The Grand Codex of Intelligence, which in this series, the first volume is the Grand Manifesto of OSINT,
Okay.
which starts with fundamentals, networks, chain of custody, tools for preservation and exploitation, basic stuff, doxing, utilizing public records, making alerts, tracking cargo and people, social media intelligence, social engineering, and OPSEC, and things like that. And at the end of it, there is a chapter called The Oath, which obligates you to use these justly. And there's a fine line between being the hunter and the prey. So, This is the first volume,
Yeah, first one.
which I'm going to talk about in details in a second.
Okay.
But in the next like couple of years, you're going to be able to see these volumes that I'm going to talk about. So the next one is the Grand Doctrine of Geowent, which is
Okay.
currently being
Could you
written.
break down that acronym, that term there at the end of that?
Yes, Geowent. So geospatial intelligence.
Hmm. Thank you.
Yes,
I always want to make
absolutely.
sure that the viewers know, oh, this is a new term. So, okay. And what is that?
Oh, geospatial intelligence. So there's a guy out there, obviously your viewers already know what it means because they're all experts, but like when it comes to explaining what GeoInt is, there's this guy, Rainbolt. He is the best example when it comes to GeoInt. He sees a picture or a location on
Yeah.
Google Map, and he's like, "Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is." Actually, so GeoInt is the process of finding a location based on the information that you have. Maybe it's a picture, maybe it's metadata, it's whatever. Maybe like you could look at a picture and you could guess the coordination or the like relative coordination based on the location of the sun and the time. Which part was it? Or is it south? Is it north? Is it east or west? It's pretty cool. You get to track down the location based on like things that are already there.
Hmm.
Um, yes.
Awesome.
So yes, geospatial intelligence. And this book, which is currently, as I said, is being written, we will cover everything from ArcGIS Pro, which is a pretty awesome tool, or to building our own ADSB receiver, which I'm going to get into a little bit. Translation quirks, whether by form or dialect. You'll get a video, for example, and you're like, where could this be from? Based on the dialects, sometimes you get to actually guess. Are they talking like Texan or is it Ohio or is it like Iraq or is it Saudi Arabia? Like things like that, like tiny little details like that sometimes saves the whole case. Um, Anyways, so to that, such as Korean, Japanese, SDR tracking, including like Snoopy setups and drone applications. OpenBTS for GSM and CDMA networks, EXIF again, metadata, triangulation. And we'll also have a encyclopedia inside the book, which basically you'll have an endless list of pictures of street objects, like either utility poles, billboards, signs, vegetation, that could actually help you narrow down the location that you're looking for. Yes.
Okay.
Um, the next book will be The Grand Cipher of SIGINT. I'm going to skip this one for now. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's kind of self-explanatory. The next one is the one that comes after that. It's The Grand Creed of Espionage. Personally, this is one of my favorite things that I've been working on, that I've ever worked on. It's a book which the arc completes itself. Interviews with and researchers we've done from with actual intelligence officers, agents working in different organizations, from FBI to Homeland Security to DoD to Mossad, about operations, espionage, the psychology behind it.
Hmm.
And after that, it's the grand isolation of entropy, gospel of warfare, basically. In a nutshell, we're not just simply creating cyber experts. We're aiming to create a Swiss Army knife, Renaissance men, to give people with what we find liberating,
Hmm.
the power
So,
of
how
fighting
many
back.
books is going to complete the set?
Um, uh,
So, well, let's go
let's
through the titles again. So, we have the first one that's available now on Amazon. So, that's the Grand Manifesto of
so
OSINT.
we'll have the grand Manifesto of OSINT. We'll have the Grand Doctrine of Jowent. We'll have the Grand Cipher of Sigint. We'll have was it? Yes, the Grand Creed of Espionage and the Grand Isolation of Entropy would be the last one.
Okay. And so it's a five book in the series. Do you happen to have, I know it's like, I'm putting you on the spot, but do you happen to have a copy of the Grand Manifesto of OSINT there with you?
Uh, Not at the moment,
No worries.
because I've been moving.
No
Yeah,
worries, no worries. So anyhow, folks, we're gonna have the link to Amazon to get that book. Again, start learning something new and take yourself into another world because it's like, there's the world we think we know, but there's other layers and it's layered, it's complicated and it get complicated real fast. There's more. The world is like an onion, and our perception of the world, there's more layers of perception to have. So getting this book will start to open your eyes and to really, really take you down into those layers that you can go deep that you've never thought about. So, when you thought of these books, what was just the big light bulb moment? Because it's one thing to have an idea for one book, okay? Because I'm an author as well, and so it's one idea to have an idea and like I'm gonna write this book, but then to think about it as, hey, I'm gonna write this whole series of books, and I'm gonna have a five-book series that has all these really deep knowledge categories that are in each book. I mean, what was the light bulb moment like?
um, well, I don't know. It's my crooked brain. I always complicate things more than they have to. And so, if, all right, in each of these books, you will find a mixture of knowledge, puzzles, and most importantly, philosophy.
Hmm.
The only reason that there are multiple is because nobody would read a book that is 2,000 pages long.
True.
And I've got no buttons when it comes to like essing the F up. So somebody has to stop me. Somebody has to stop me. And unfortunately, nobody did. And that's why there are multiple books being written. And so, like, let's start about the puzzles, for example.
Yes.
As I said, I overcomplicate everything. Um, I should mention that you can find these puzzles in all of these books, especially in the like first one that is already out. It's like it's one of the things that I'm most proud of, the creating those puzzles. I should mention that they're all hidden in plain sight, like in real life.
Mhm.
One will not come to you challenging, like an NPC in a video game, that hey, do you want to solve this case? The fragments of what begs to be solved. It's already out there, ready to be stripped from its clothes. Small pictures, keys and eyes, building a grand picture that leads to the story unfold. Uh, so as they move forward with the book, they'll learn the skills to decrypt and open these hidden doors, answering basically, but only a keen eye will be able to see the question itself to begin with. So the puzzles are
Interesting.
hidden in plain sight. Um, then comes the knowledge. You see, knowledge is everything. What we aim to do here is, oh, you were saying, sorry.
No, I was just giving you a thumbs up when you said knowledge is everything. I'm like, I'm 110% behind that statement.
Oh, thanks. What we aim to do here is to give as much as we can until there is nothing left to be given anymore.
Right.
Education is privatized nowadays. Meanings of the objects and concepts have been hoarded around for so long that things don't contain any value anymore.
Mhm.
Um, People have been made isolated for a reason. The path of the industry doesn't pass through the universities or schools. All you see is meaningless degrees and non-payable expensive certifications, draining people out of money and most importantly, time, making profit out of people's hopes and dreams. To be honest, knowledge was advertised to be liberating. But it has always been a feature for the bourgeoisie and the aristocrats, and those who bear the most pain no longer gain the most reward. Simply in one word, and the most PG-13 version possible, that word would be exploitation.
Hmm.
Um, and this sequel of the Great Depression ain't helping the industry either. So, in a nutshell, I believe that what is given should have been achieved, and what was set to be achieved should have been given. I believe knowledge should be free and available and accessible to everyone, free of charge, and I live by it. I don't make a dime from selling those books. All that money goes to enhance the quality of the education that we then directly offer it to the people. So from people again back to the people. Um, and that's how it should be.
Awesome, man. And look at
Uh,
that. Again, I said earlier he's a tremendous human being and it just again, selfless and just I mean, offering knowledge and wisdom for free, man. All right, so we got books you're working on, books for the next 2, 3 years that'll be coming out. This 5 series set, so people just make sure you're following him. I'm gonna have his LinkedIn profile also below because you're gonna want to get the updates when these books hit the market because you want to get that 5 book set. I can't wait till you're done with all because that's what I want to have on my bookshelf now. I want all 5 books side by side by side. Um, what else have I mean, that's a lot. Working, trust me, I know working on a book can be just so consuming both of time, energy. But have you managed to fit anything else into your busy life?
Working on Lumen Radio still, which is a
Okay.
series.
How do you
It
spell
looks
that?
like a propaganda, and it's intentionally
Yeah.
looking like a propaganda. You can find it on YouTube, actually.
On YouTube. And
I'm
how
the
do you
host,
spell
and
Lumen?
uh, Lumen, Lumon,
Okay. And you
Lumen
say it's
Radio.
on YouTube. So if you give me the link, I'm going to save people to
Absolutely.
Google search. Lumen Radio links is in the description below. So
Yes.
continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no, not at all. So as I said, I overcomplicate everything. Um, uh, so the videos are like tutorials that teaches like cybersecurity, like OSINT, like sometimes penetration testing, like how to dox, um, in a good way though,
In a good way. Well, hold on a
in a
second.
good.
You're saying this stuff is on YouTube right now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot, but can I just make you host and then maybe can you just pull up a video, just kind of show us a little bit of what we're talking about here? So let me do this.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna make you host. So folks, again, Erfan is giving of his time, and the fact that he just said YouTube, I was like, wait a minute, time out. You know, instead of talking about it, let's see something. So all right. Oh,
Alrighty.
I like this graphics and font right here. Lumen Radio, the voice of Echothis.
Yes.
Echo
So
this, but yeah, Echo this. I like it.
echoed it. Yes. So let's start with the teaser.
Oh, okay. Trailer time.
Trailer.
I like it. Ooh, World War II looking.
Oh,
Okay, I like it. Very stylized, very, like you said, it looks like a propaganda reel, and I like the French. Yeah, it's very stylized. I like it.
thank you. And we can like move on to the
Yeah,
Grand
let's
Manifesto.
play a clip of one just so we can get a sense of
Absolutely. Welcome to Lumon Radio, a tutorial on CSI Linux and OSINT. I'm Unsan Basesh, and this is brought to you by CSI Linux. From the times of Cain and Abel, anonymity has been vital and important. If not for a nosy raven that snitched, Cain would have gotten away with the murder of his snobby brother. Just as a hunt, our actions and moves leave traceable tracks. If only Eve used a Tor browser and a reliable VPN to search for the
taste of the apple if eaten instead of Chrome or Firefox. Rookie mistake. Just like the outside world, every movement and action on the internet can be and would be monitored. Now, maybe you're on a quest to slay a dragon and access his data. Or maybe you're just paranoid, living in the mountains, in the hideouts, seeking protection for your personal space. Well, sit back, relax, grab a cookie. Actually, do not grab that cookie. Do not grab that cookie. But more on that later. First, let me demonstrate by explaining some catchy terms that you might have heard already. How does the internet work? Well, there's always a client and there is always a server. You, as the client, would request something from the server, and the server would send you a response. For example, you type in an address in your search bar.
You get the gist.
Yeah. I do like the style. It's very stylized, and I love that about it. Like it's already like I don't want to use the word eye candy, but it's like intriguing. Like I'm you like you know sometimes when people play a video, sometimes they'll just get distracted easily, but it's like I can't take my eyes off the screen, right? And the pacing is just right to where it's like I got to make sure I'm paying 100% attention because I'm gonna miss something. I like that. I like the pacing.
Thank you.
I love the narration you're doing there, and again, it's super stylized in the right way, man. I kudos to you, man.
And there are like bits and tiny little corny things here and there. Like we have ads. Like this, all this is happening in an alternative universe. So nobody would get offended. Um, and anyways, like we've created ads and stuff because it's a real show.
Yeah.
Um, like for example,
Right, to suppress and control.
oh,
Some kind of an Ethernet which is connected to the internet by a metaphorical pipe to suppress and control the information and their citizens and cut it off whenever they want to start a massacre. Wow, what a great technology to have. That leads to our today's sponsor, Evil Core. Order and set up your own broken internet today from one of our branches. Just ask our happy customers. China, Russia, Islamic Republic of Iran. Order now to get 20% off for a limited time only. Evil Core broken internet for all.
You know, this reminds me of just a little bit. There's this Black Mirror series on Netflix, right? And they have the Bandersnatch with the video game and the show about the game and a
mhm,
game and a game and so forth. That really high level concept. It kind
yeah,
of just, in a way, it's in like that same vein of the being meta, like you know, a thing and a thing and a thing. And so I like this, man. You've done something
thank you.
truly complex. Intriguing is the best word because at the end of the day, if it was boring, people would be like, okay, they'd be on to something else. But I tell you, it's paced, it's stylized, it's intriguing. You're giving information, and it's like right now, I'm like my brain is like 100% focused because it's like I can't take my eyes off of it. So my man, you've really done something genius here. Again,
Oh,
this
come
man's a
on.
genius, and he just
Uh,
wow, this is just a really cool thing.
What's the madman in the box? Like nothing more than that.
Man, could we jump to just one more episode and just kind of click through some bits of it? Because I'd love to just see a little bit more if you don't mind.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go to the third one.
Let's jump down. Like I always like to jump down a couple. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. What do we have here? This episode is about Tor, I believe.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
oh my. So, you see, my when it comes to comedy and humor, um, I'm a little bit crooked. Like my jokes are always like awful jokes. And I put like awful jokes here and there in my videos, and I believe in one of my jokes that I'm gonna show you in a second.
okay.
My friends from CSI Linux were like, please don't do this to us. I was like, why? It's funny. And they were like, we live in a society. We don't want to get shanked in the street because of your joke. Please don't do that. Um, I censored it a little bit. So here it goes.
Okay.
Like again, teaching cybersecurity or like whatever this is.
1999 was designed to provide secure and anonymous
Not this one.
And
No, not this
to a
one.
decentralized
Yeah,
identities
this one.
and data. ZeroNet. ZeroNet is also a decentralized network, a software project developed by Thomas, whatever his last name is. You know what? We only pronounce American names. Take that, rest of the world.
Anyways, it goes on to like another like blah blah blah.
Last name. The researchers at the University of Washington, led by Michael, whatever his last name is.
Man, this
It
is
goes
good
on.
stuff.
It's the it's me talking to myself basically, but it's like the producer is yelling at the host for being inappropriate. Um, anyways, but like you get the gist. It talks
Yes.
about things, but in
Well,
a cool way.
I got to just really praise you and CSI OSINT for I mean I'm sorry CSI Linux for trusting your this is creative genius folks that you're watching right here because I'm a creative and I can see when I clearly see creative genius it's blaringly obvious that Erfan here has created something that is intriguing. It's exciting to watch. You can't take your eyes off of it. And at the same time, it is just chock full of he's teaching you information while you're focused intrigued about the stylization and the quick clips of like I said, he stylized it to be like propaganda films. But propaganda was also relaying a message of information. Granted, it was curated and to bend people's minds and wills to whatever the propaganda does. But in this case, he's using the idea of propaganda, but to educate people. Brilliant. And only from a mind, a very complex, and he might say twisted, but I think it's a very beautiful mind that Irfan has here. And he has really created something that is genius. My goodness. Oh man, this is really something.
You're just super kind and
No, it's not
always
that me being kind. I'm being brutally honest right now. This is something special. Um,
thank you.
and Irfan, I don't want to get off topic here, but I'm going to just say this. You need to deliver a TED Talk, man. I think the TED Talk would be one about what brought you into this world of doing this, and then present the ideas of you leveraging propaganda and like your grand manifestos, your books, and like how you're your perspectives and how you're delivering your knowledge to make it relevant, exciting. You started off by saying there was books you read that were text and they were boring, but you still read those books because you had to gain that knowledge to survive. But now what you're doing is you're paying it back a millionfold, not tenfold, a millionfold through this right here that I'm seeing. This is something special, man. This is really, really, really something special. And I urge anyone that's listening at this point of this to please subscribe to this channel and start watching all of these videos because you're not going to get training like this anywhere. I've never seen any training when big multi-million dollar corporations that do cyber education try to make something cool, relevant, and hip, it's usually cheesy, boring, the jokes are lame, and it's just you just wasting people's time and you just want to check out. This is something different, folks. This is a different beast, and it's something that people should pay attention to. So, man, congratulations on
Thank you.
creating something that's just again pure genius is what I'm seeing on the screen here. So, I'm
You're
floored.
super
I'm
kind. Thank you.
floored.
You're super kind. I hope it would be educational for people at least. Or if it's not educational, at least it will laugh. At me, for me, whatever, like whatever makes them happy. Like, but you're super kind. You're super kind. Thank
And
you. Thank
just
you.
because I'm just interested, could you just click ahead in this episode and just let me watch a few more seconds? Because again, and I'm looking at the timestamp here. This is 11 minutes 17 seconds, for which for an instructional video, that's a short amount of time. Because a lot of folks are used to watching a 40-minute, a 30-minute, or even an hour-long video or a series of chopped up videos and text and video, and you can't hit next until you finish that one video and answer 3 questions. He's not doing that to you. He's just, man, this is just wow.
So how I did it was basically talking nonstop for like without taking breath, and it's when I had to edit some of the things, but like it's just me running through things, doing the punctuations, and anyways, just I can put it on.
It can get even more difficult to trace the user's activity back to them. And trust me, you would definitely need that. A bit into our address variations.
See, already just with the visuals, I'm glued in.
Then first, well, who am I kidding? You're just going to skip my wonderful monologue that I've spent hours to write and just take a screenshot anyways. So here you go. A summary.
Look, wait, go back a second. Go back to that screenshot part. That's brilliant. Where he's like, I know you're just, it's the equivalent of the TLDR, right? The too long didn't read. Here's a screenshot. That's just brilliant writing, man. I mean, I don't know if you just came up with it on the
Thank
fly,
you.
but when you thought that and wrote it down to be part of this script of this episode, that's pure genius. I mean, go back to that screenshot,
Thank
by the
you.
way, so if anyone want to take a screenshot of
Absolutely.
this episode, that's ingenious, man.
Hours to write and just take a screenshot anyways. So here you go.
Boom, pause. Look at that. He's giving you knowledge and information within a screenshot. My God, that is just brilliant. Brilliant.
You get my point.
I get your point. All right. We could talk for the rest of the hour just on these series of videos, man. This is
Thank you.
I'm smiling ear to ear because this is something truly special, man. And trust me, I do 300 to 500 hours of continuing CPEs, CEUs, PDUs. I do lots of training. Folks that are on my LinkedIn see I'm getting certifications like every other month. I'm just always learning. And I have never, and I'm 47 years old, Erfan, and I've been doing cybersecurity for 33 years. In 33 years of doing all sorts of training platforms and education and training video this and certification stuff that, I have not seen something like this. This is just it is just amazing. I know my vocabulary I wish was deeper so I could use more appropriate words, but folks, this is pure excellence that you're watching right here. And Irfan, you have a wonderful voice. Like I would have never imagined your voice would fit so well into like that propaganda or even like a crime noir detective series, like in like a seedy city. Like, man, you should be doing audiobooks too because you have a
Thank
great
you.
voice, man. A great voice. You probably could
You're
also
just super
sing,
kind. Thank
and
you.
I would imagine you probably would be just as successful with like a metal band, rock band, or any music you tried to do, man. You are super talented. I mean, I'm just gonna say it again and again. You're super talented, but this is pure, again, creative genius is right here in front of you, folks. Please, the link to this YouTube channel is going to be in the description below. Subscribe to it. Support and watch these videos because if you don't support in one, it's not about supporting the videos because CSI Linux probably at the end of the day, they're like, whatever. But here's the thing. It's about educating yourself because the purpose that he did this and put this genius product out there is to teach. So if you watch the videos, you're serving the purpose of which this man worked so hard for to create this genius product for you to learn from. So the best way you can thank Irfan is just gain the knowledge and information that he's put here for you right there on the internet for free. And like this episode's 11 minutes. You could watch 3 or 4 of these at a lunch hour, right? This is just again, folks, I can't foot stop this much. Is that if you've ever taken any other cybersecurity IT training, it's boring and you rather do something else. But this so far is exciting, riveting, and it's just I keep using the word it's genius because it is. So, folks,
You're
do
just
yourself a
super kind.
favor, watch some episodes of this. And again, man, Irfan, I'm just a year ago we were talking about other stuff, and then you've done this in a year. There's people that would take several years to produce this many videos, man. So, and then
You're
you
just
wrote a
kind,
book.
man. Thank you.
You're amazing. So
No, no, not at all. Not at all.
let's put a pin in this because I know if I keep watching the screen, I'm going to want you to play more episodes. So let's go ahead and drop the screen share because I know I'm going to want to see
Absolutely.
more. But
Absolutely. Let's see. Um, and stopping the thing and just pause, I believe. This screen sharing is stop sharing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we're back.
Yay.
Again, I am super floored and I
We-
am
we-
level 99 impressed by your level 99 creativity and complexity that you layered it. And it's a beautiful thing. It's both beautiful, it's a little twisted, a little complex, but your vision to do propaganda, to deliver education, ingenious. And thank you, man. Erfan, thank you for existing
No,
in the world at this time in the timeline of all history
Jim,
to
I'm about
deliver
to
this.
cry. No, no,
No, no, no.
no.
Those episodes, how many episodes are there, by the way? Do you mind me asking?
I think 3 or 4 is already out. We have about like 12 of them for season one.
Wow. So, and just season one, folks, this creative genius is going to be delivering more and more beautiful content like this. Subscribe to this channel, watch those videos, learn some new stuff. And again, thank you, man. I mean,
Come
I,
on.
you know, again,
It's a
33
pleasure.
years of doing this, doing the work I do, and I do 300 to 500 hours of training. I have never seen nothing like that. If anyone from EC Council's watching, look at that. Look at how he's delivering education. If you're at ISC Square, Pearson View, any of you educators out there need to change your script and your game because this guy has completely destroyed the mold, inserted a new mold that I don't think can be copied by many people because one, it's the combination of the voice, the narration, the way he's delivering the knowledge through his narration as well as the visuals. It is a perfect orchestration of cyber education that I'm just not just blowing smoke. That's truly something special. So anyway, enough about that. All right, Jim. Time out for me. Put a pin in it. Let's move forward with some other stuff that we got to talk about. So, man, Lumen Radio blows my
Lumen
mind.
Radio, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it.
It's a
Let's stop
no, no,
talking.
no, no, no. No, please. No. So, first of all, super kind. I'm none of those things, but you're amazing. You are absolutely amazing. Uh, Now, what can we talk about now? Oh,
Prometheus X, I had a note that we were gonna talk about.
yes, yes. But before that, I'm gonna have the longest monologue
Okay, here
ever.
we go.
What I said, my work will contain 3 parts, all of them. At least I hope so. First part would be the puzzles and then the knowledge, and we've already talked about them. Well, we didn't talk about the third part, being philosophy. Um, Now, let's do a bit of let's do a bit on the author's broken perception and persona, just to make sure we're attracting the right people. I want to give to those who have the backbone to actually accept the world as it is, as cruel and as shepherdless as it seems, without deliriums or delusions or opiums or castrations or neglection, the right tools in this craft of ours, this creed of ours, to set ablaze oneself, to go out in burning light, to become a beacon for the others, to do the obligation, to hold the light, to bear the pain, to go on and as endless flame. After all, at the end of the day, by this craft of ours, this creed of ours, I am bound by all that is well and due, pure and right, just and true. I am sworn. And it ain't just about cybersecurity either, you see. It's about, because that's just a tool, one of the many that we manipulate in this creed of ours. I've been so far away from the surface of the industry, to be honest. I don't know what's going on now. I've been locking myself up in my own workshop, building new tools, digging my own holes, far from whatever is considered vile or virtuous, initially intentionally, and recently gladly hidden in my Zarathustrian cave, uh, building things. And you must forgive my this encrypted language of mine. I've been staring down the pit for too long. But if you forgive me one last time, I'll tell you one last thing. Promise. Deholioalizing, if that's even a word. Turning away from the values and non-enforcive man-made delusions like justice, truth. I'm all aware, though. I understand that I'm becoming radical, more radical by the day. In every moment of this beating heart of mine, devaluation and this absurdity of life burns the surface of every object, naked out of any remaining meanings and self-imposed identities. Bears it. And when this subjective perception that we suppress onto the object leaves the equation, what remains must be the objective identity of that object, the world as it is, naked. And with that said, I believe every book should follow a logical dialectic. You see, what we've written is not a textbook. It's not a like a plain technical book. That ain't the way that I do things. It follows a philosophy, tools that can be wielded. Tools can be learned to be wielded. Codes can be written and decoded. And at last, things can get done and people can note it. But it's not about what we do. It's about how we do those things. So we've got the square to measure, to determine, and that's why we need the philosophy as our compass, to give us like a moral compass, to give us a perception of whatever this is. Um, so yes, that's why I insist on philosophy, on all the things that I do, because it has to follow a path. It's not just about the information, it's about how we interact with that information and building a mindset that
Mhm.
could handle that information justly and fairly.
Wow.
Anyways, sorry for the longest, most
No.
boring
You know,
monologue
again,
ever.
hearing you speak and you're sharing your soul. That's what you're doing. And I'm just sitting here with anybody that's watching this video in the future is going to be sitting here. You just bared a piece of your soul, and there's nothing to apologize about that ever. So again, looking at the works you've created, and we're about to talk about some of the tools you've also been working on, but the fact that you are a creator, you have an artist's mind, a philosopher's heart, but you have all this tremendous experience and knowledge that you're pouring back out into the world to teach others. And that is again something that's special. You're a special human being. So without going into more, platitudes, could you let's get into some meat about Prometheus X is something that you've been working on?
Yes. So, now, me being me, my focus has always been on military and geopolitical OSINT. Came up with this idea because, first of all, I'm chaotic. What's going on in this head is just, it looks, yeah, I'm always like, oof. So, let's say I'm analyzing an incident. I've got millions of tabs open, multiple tools, uh just chaotic. Like but one time one of my friends came in and like looked at my screen and she was like, how are you alive? How are you surviving with us with all this chaos? So uh I had an idea. I didn't want to have millions of tabs open anymore. So I came up with the idea of Prometheus X. It is a Noctis class intelligence fusion platform. Noctis is a word that we came up with. So it stands for Networked Operational Conflict Tracking and Intelligence System. Um, it's like a sim tool like Splunk, but
Okay.
it doesn't focus on logs. It does focus on feeds, on like a satellite imagery, on things like that. So we will have a dashboard It integrates OSINT in real life satellites imagery, ADSB monitoring, cyber signals, and like all your forensic little tools that you might need for dealing with an impact, for example, let's say. So all of it is going to be right over there for you to use instead of like jumping from here to there. Prometheus X is the name of the project that we've been working on. So yes,
So it
if you
does.
have any questions, please ask me.
Well, so there's a tool that it kind of it was as you're talking about it was I was trying to think of it and my brain is drawing a blank. It's a very popular OSINT tool that trying to think of the name of it and it's killing me right now and it's like why my brain now
Plantier,
decides to draw a blank. So I'm trying to look it up of different it's one where I like even the certain federal agencies use this tool.
Plantier,
What?
Gotham Plantier.
Not that one, but it's another one where a couple years ago they tweeted a big special where it was like $15 lifetime access to the tool and everybody went crazy over it. I even had signed up for it, but now I can't remember the name of the dang tool. It's the one where it has like different little tabs where you can click and you could get like IP cameras around the world, and then you can look at their map and start honing in on connections that are unsecured and so forth.
Like Shodan or
Wait, what was that?
something like Shodan.
Shodan, thank you. Thank
Oh,
you. Yeah, that's it.
Shodan, yes.
So, what of Prometheus X, like, could it pull information from Shodan or
So from lots of different resources, like let's say I'm analyzing an impact, right? Just to give you the image. So I have my Telegram open, following all the intels, like receiving videos, information, breaking news from Discord, Twitter, like Reddit. At the same time, I'm in contact with my intels in that region. Most of the times it's in Middle East because that's my specialty.
Mhm.
But we have worked on like Ukraine's conflict as well, and recently India and Pakistan, and like you gotta have intels. Anyways, you will have those things. You will have a tab for ADSB like Exchange or Radar 24 open, and at the same time you'll have Live UA Map open. So lots of different things, lots of news that you're getting buried under. But just like Splunk, that you get to actually set and organize your own dashboard, you're going to be able to organize what you need at that moment. And you can grab the information, put them in a case, or write a note, and this will actually help you making things a little bit more manageable. Of course, Shodan is one of the things that we can like grab information from. It's we can add that as a feature in the future that we could actually like putting in IP addresses or making Prometheus X the ultimate I don't know, Noctis tool. I mean, we came up with the word Noctis. It doesn't mean anything right now, but soon it will. But yes, so yeah, ask me questions. I'm
Oh,
like, I
okay.
don't know.
So what I want to do, I know we're not ready to show like Prometheus and some other tools right now, but I just want to leave this as an open invitation that when you are ready and CSI Linux is ready, I've already put the open invitation to the founder of CSI Linux just to come on and talk about CSI Linux. But when you're ready to show Prometheus, I would absolutely love to be one of the first folks to have you back on the channel and like run us through some scenarios, some cases, and just let's just play around with the tool for an hour. I would just love to do nothing but that for a whole hour, if possible.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. As soon
Excellent.
as it's ready, at least the demo is ready, I will let you know, and I will be back to bother you again.
Okay, no worries. Now, folks, usually when I have a guest, I have a standard set of questions I ask every guest, but Erfan's already been on the podcast before. So what I would like to do is I'm just gonna do just random rapid fire questions because I always love to do rapid fire questions, but I'm gonna try to do something that he's not heard before from his last episode, and I'm gonna put him on the spot. These are rapid fire, no right or wrong answers. So Erfan, are you ready?
Oh, I think yes,
Okay. Chocolate or
yes.
vanilla?
Vanilla. Allergic
Favorite
to chocolate.
fruit and why?
Oh my God. I don't like fruit. That's awful. Let's say peaches.
Peaches. Okay.
They're
Okay,
nasty, but
peaches.
like they're
If
delicious.
if you got to choose your last meal, what would it be and why?
It's a Russian dish called olvie. We uh, make it in Iran a lot. Like my mom used to make it. But back when I was younger, olvie, it's smashed potatoes, mayo, with diced in saute, like pickles, chicken breast. It's
Okay. What is the earliest memory? Like, if you really, really, really crunch the brain cells here, what is your youngest memory of how far can you go back into your mind to say what was the earliest memory that you can recall?
I was in my dad's car. My mom was holding me, and we were in a road. I think I was about like maybe two, not sure. I think I was about two. Um, and I was wearing a navy coat. My mom used to like overdress me. And oh, the wind. I remember the sun and the plains. I think that's the earliest memory that I have in a
Okay.
car with my mom and dad.
All right, Mom and Dad. That's a
Being
beautiful memory to
uncomfortable
have as the
during
first
like
one. That's a beautiful memory. What
oh,
is
oh.
your favorite holiday and why?
Now, you see, um, I was raised in a both of my parents were nihilistic people. Thank God. Like, we never celebrated anything. We didn't believe in anything, and that's the most beautiful thing that they gave me. So I don't have a holiday.
You
I
don't
don't
have a
even
holiday.
celebrate my own birthday. Like,
Yeah, okay. Well, we should create a holiday for something. We'll have to talk offline about that. Okay. So, Irfan, I like to give all my guests the final word, and so we reach a point where I've taken enough of your time, and I know, again, between the Lumen series and again the YouTube link, folks, is down below. Check it out, please. It's beautiful. It's just rich in information, and it's like I'm excited to talk about it. When my hands start doing this kind of stuff. I'm super excited, even just recalling what we just saw little clips of. So it's amazing. But I'd like to give my guests her fun. I don't want to get back to that because I'll be talking about it for another 10 minutes. Well, but Irfan, I'll give my guests the final word. So whatever you want to talk about, the floor is yours.
uh, ooh. I just want to say thank you for having me back. It has always been an honor
No, the honor's
coming here,
mine.
and
The honor's mine.
I don't know. I'm on the spot. I'm like, I don't know. But I, there's there's an artist I'm in love with. This guy. He is a genius. His name is Damien Jurado. Or he's in the United States. What he does is usually like indie alternative, uh, like indie songs. He has been active since the 90s. He has this song called Museum of Flight. Um, I can do something actually.
Okay.
Wait.
The floor is yours. Oh, I did not expect this. Oh my goodness.
I know.
See, I knew this guy could sing, and he can play an instrument. This man is. Most geniuses are multifaceted. There's not just one dimension. There are multi dimensions, multiple layers, and that's why when I first talked to this gentleman, I knew he was someone special with a beautiful soul, a brilliant mind, and again, how he sees the world and views things is just unique, and it's exciting to just listen to him speak. So again, please consider doing a TED Talk one day. The more the world needs to discover your perspectives, and you need to share what you have to share with the world, man. And more, you need to be on bigger platforms than mine. But thank you for your
Oh.
time, and back to you. The floor is yours. I'll be quiet.
Um, Thank you. And sorry.
said, make up your mind. She said, Stockholm's cold, St. John's under attack. Tehran's far, what I call home is dead. We came from the seas, but we never many homes. Oh, Jesus on a cross as I was holding a knife and a gun. As midnight comes, I could not see if I were you or you were me. Artur derdaş glas och jag är osäker när dagen är alldeles
So yeah, I turn around to love revealing. What did I learn? It's not that easy to get burned and go on burning light.
Wow. What language was that, if you don't mind me asking?
So the second part language was Persian.
Persian.
One of the languages I speak, my native language.
Okay. I assume so, but I wanted to just ask to make sure. Is this a song that you wrote, or is this a song that you're playing from another artist?
So 9 years ago was the first time that I fell in love with guitar, because like I heard this song and I was like, I am going to learn guitar, and so I could just play this guitar, this song. Anyways, the first half of it is by Damien Jurado. The second half is again Damien Jurado, but in Persian.
Okay.
Same song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That is just, thank you for sharing that as your last word on this episode. I'm just, again, humbled that you've come back again. Please feel free to always come back to the Top Cyber Pro podcast. I think you have such an enormous future ahead of you because you're so talented, you're multi-talented, and you have such gifts to give the world. And the fact that you're giving of these gifts freely, again, is a beautiful soul that we're witnessing here, folks. And if you've made it to this far into the podcast, again, I'm at what I'm considering. I'm entering into the fourth quarter of my life, and when I look at someone young and so full of talent and spirit and passion as this young gentleman here, our future is in good hands as long as we have more beautiful individuals like this in our world, and we need a billion more of these beautiful individuals to be in our world to make it a better place. Because again, it always can be a better place. It's not perfect. Our world is never going to be perfect, but you sometimes get beautiful souls like this that make for a moment. When he was playing the music, the world was perfect for just a moment. And so thank you, Erfan, for being that.
Oh, you're super kind. Again, thank you so much, and sorry for making noise with the guitar and with my throat. That was not singing, but like, thank you.
It was a beautiful
And
moment. Thank you so much. Well, Erfan, you're welcome anytime, and thank you for being on the Top Cyber Pro podcast.
Absolutely, absolutely, and thank you for having me back.